How many of you have heard of capital punishment or the death penalty? Now imagine your friend or family member violently murdered. My friend was home minding her own business when a person kicked in her door and killed her. She was raped, strangled, beaten, then placed in the trunk of her own car and hauled around. Her body was so badly decomposed that she had to have a closed casket at her funeral. How would you describe this perpetrator's fate if you were the jury? Capital punishment is a debatable topic in Alabama, but that's not the reason I am before you today. I want to explain to you what is capital punishment, Alabama history of capital punishment, explain where death row inmates are housed, crimes punishable by death, and execution methods. I used to work at Holman's Correctional Facility where majority of the capital punishment inmates are housed and where all executions take place. I have also done my share of research on this topic. What is capital punishment or death penalty? Capital punishment and death penalty are used interchangeable, but after research I discovered there are a minute difference. According to procon.org, capital punishment refers to the execution itself, death penalty refers to the penalty. Botanical School defines capital punishment as the execution of an offender sentenced to death after the conviction by the court of law of a criminal offense. What is the history of capital punishment in Alabama? PBS.org states capital punishment or death penalty dates back as far as the 18th century BC. America's use of the death penalty was influenced by Britain. When the European settlers came to America, the New World, they brought capital punishment with them according to deathpenaltyinfo.org. Alabama started using the death penalty in 1812. This is the first recorded execution. Between 1812 and 1965, 708 people were executed. 18 of these people were women, according to Wikipedia. In 1972, the U.S. Supreme Court suspended capital punishment across the United States until March the 25th, 1976. Governor George Wallace then signed a new death penalty statute. My next point, I will speak on the prisons. What are the prisons that house capital punishment inmates? Holman Correctional Facility, built in 1969, located in Atmore, Alabama, originally held 20 death row inmates. Currently has 194 death row cells, carry out all executions, and is the male institution. Julia Tutwiler, built in 1942, located in Wetumpka, Alabama, housed up to 4 women on death row. This is a women's institution. West Jefferson Correctional Facility used to be known as, William Donaldson Correctional Facility, established in 1982, formerly known as West Jefferson Correctional Facility, is located in Bessemer. This facility is also a male institution. It can house up to 24 death row prisoners that are required to stay in the Birmingham area. What are some capital punishment eligible crimes? Intentional murder with any aggravating factors that can be charged as capital murder. Formerly in Alabama, capital crimes included rape, arson, and robbery. The U.S. Supreme Court eliminated the death penalty for any crime except murder. This brings me to my final and last point. What are the methods of execution in Alabama? From 1827 to 1927, hanging was the primary method of execution. In 1927, the electric chair or the yellow mama was introduced. Today, lethal injection is the primary method of execution today. Inmates that were sentenced before 2002 can choose electrocution or lethal injection. Conclusion. In conclusion, Alabama has the highest death penalty rate in the country. I have given you all a brief history of capital punishment in Alabama, the prison that housed death penalty inmates, crimes punishable by death, and types of executions. I hope and pray for everyone's sake that no one or their family end up in the prison system. Thank you.
Okay.
That's the audience.